but I was surprised when I say, you don't know about the Reggae Warriors? And I was talking, I've now got people in Mobay following, people in Ochi following, because I've been travelling the island while I've been here. My first question is, do you know the Reggae Warriors? Who are they? And it's like mind-blowing. So yeah, we need to get it out there, because we're here to stay. And the next World Cup is in 2028, and watch these Reggae Warriors, because we're going to hit it by storm. My name's Michelle Leng, and I'm the team manager for the UK-based Reggae Warriors. That's connected with the Jamaican Reggae Warriors.
When did the Jamaican Reggae Warriors come about?
Okay, for as my education, my knowledge, it's 2 years that we started the national girls team. We qualified for the World Cup qualifiers in Florida last year, the Reggae Warriors, and some of the girls from the UK were selected. So I'm just a rugby mum. So my daughter was selected, and we went down to Florida, and we had 6 hours of girls from Canada, US, Jamaica, UK to go up against for the World Cup qualifier. Unfortunately, we didn't win that match, but we won our second match against the USA's B team, which is still very high and credible. I think it was over 40 we put on the board, and that gave the Reggae Warriors their first ever international win in Florida. So then what we saw was, like, collectively, Reggae Warriors can be strong. The DNA in Jamaicans' heritage is just mind-blowing. So when we went back up to the UK, Jamaica Rugby League asked us, can you set up a team up there? And we did. And a few months later now we've got a full team. So I've come down to Jamaica this time to just see how it all runs down here, and to help raise the profile, because we can't do it without sponsors, we can't do it without pitches, we can't do it without players, transports, travel. So we need everybody to get excited now by Rugby League, because we are. And yeah, so we can go back. We're going to have our first game up in the UK, and players from here will have the opportunity as well to come up and travel. We're going to do an academy which now develops with Jamaica, RFL and the UK to do a pathway for Caribbean players, especially focusing on Jamaican heritage players, women at that.
Women at that. And you know, I'm quite excited to hear about the rugby team, because not many Jamaicans know that there's actually a women's rugby team in Jamaica.
That's what blew my mind when I come down here. I was like, right, in all the sports shops, football, nothing rugby. I'm like, we need to get Jamaica excited by Rugby League, and if that means us coming down from the UK every few months, we will do that to help Jamaica learn, because the passion and the game that Rugby League gives for the women, and you know, that sense of purpose, it's massive, and they all give up their free time to do it. Not one player, international player on the Reggae Warriors gets paid. Everybody has to fund themselves, and that gets hard. You know, we've got college people, people at work, mums, you know, we're our parents, so it's not that easy to travel around the world playing the sport for the country that you love. But I was surprised when I say, you don't know about the Reggae Warriors? And I was talking, I've now got people in Mobay following, people in Ochi following, because I've been travelling the island while I've been here. My first question is, do you know the Reggae Warriors? Who are they? And it's like mind-blowing. So yeah, we need to get it out there, because we're here to stay. And the next World Cup is in 2028, and watch these Reggae Warriors, because we're going to hit it by storm.
Do you think, Michelle, that soon Jamaicans will, you know, latch on, and just like how we support track and field or cricket or football, that they will cling to rugby?
If we, like how we're getting the interest in from you guys, you know, like if people help support and promote it when we've got games, people follow the Jamaica Rugby League, follow the Rugby Warriors. It's not an expensive sport. You know, sometimes people think expense and like football tickets and things. Rugby League isn't like that. Rugby League fits all our pockets. Do you know what I mean? So it's not about money, it's not about size, it's not about performance. There's just a place for everybody, whether it's on the bench being the biggest cheerleader, or you're on the pitch being the hardest runner. There's a place for everybody in Rugby League, and we need to help Jamaica find that.
Especially because you guys are doing well internationally as well.
So fantastically, there's only, I mean, if you speak to Andrew, I think we're ranked 23 in the world from Women Rugby League, and Jamaica doesn't know we exist. The people in Jamaica, it's like, everybody, I heard a caption, somebody said to me the other day, and I'm going to take it back home. Everybody outside Jamaica loves Jamaica, but Jamaica need to love themselves, because it's amazing. And you imagine if we could host the World Cup in Jamaica, what that would bring to the island, and Women's Rugby League can do that for Jamaica. Imagine Jamaica staging a World Cup.
That would be pretty exciting, I believe. But, you know, talking about sponsors and the logistics of, you know, just being in your pocket, like, what are some of the possible sponsors that you've looked at?
We're not even looking at big sponsors. Like, I've visited this island for a month, so I've been in local restaurants, local beaches, local bars. And what I spend buying an evening out, somebody could give that to a player, and that would spend every month just one meal, and that would help them get to training, help them have the kit, help them get home, because in England we can catch a bus to and from quite safely or drive. Jamaica, the logistics of it, you know, I hear some girls live in St Elizabeth, that's a 2-hour drive from here, and without that, so the sponsorship, yes, we need corporate and big sponsors, but small businesses can jump on board with Rugby League and sponsor one player for a season and just help them with transport, help them with, you know, food afterwards. It's not big money that we're looking for, just small money helps these ladies.
When you leave and go back to the UK, you know, what is it that you hope will happen from sponsors and from Jamaicans overall?
In the UK, each player is sponsored. So I want to bring that same here for the Jamaican ladies. So, and that's where we reach out at small businesses, and Jamaica can put a mark on that, a price on that. It won't be the same as the UK, we all understand that. But that's what I want for Jamaica now, for them to see the value of sponsoring a player rather than sponsoring a team. Because when you're looking at sponsoring a team, that's 30 for one company to sponsor, but yet one family or one small business can sponsor one player, and that will help them reach the next World Cup.
Hi, I'm Alicia Richards. I'm one of the vice captains for the Women's Rugby League team here, Reggae Warriors. I am a hooker, that's a position, people, and I'm 34, let's go.
So the position is a what?
Hooker. it's not that people that want to use to, it's the person that distributes the ball. So it's like a center, like a netball center, yes. You have wings, you have centers, you have halves, you have second rows, you have props, and then you have 13, and then you have the fullback, and then of course you have me, the hooker.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, good. So seeing that you have explained the positions, you know.
But the positions vary, so that's a whole explanation.
Yeah. Okay, understood. But what does it mean, you know, to represent Jamaica in the International Rugby League?
It is history in the making. It is life-changing. Just to play rugby is an experience. Just to represent the country is a dream come true, to be honest. And the fact that you can do it with rugby league, a sport that persons are getting to know, is a good look. So it's a pleasure. It's an honor to play, actually.
And I understand that you guys do this voluntarily.
Yes.
You don't get paid, and you also have like
Life.
You know, your personal life. Tell me about that experience.
Like with any sport in Jamaica, it's volunteer. Outside of say cricket and football where you get paid, everything else is out of pocket. Again, responsibilities, you have persons who of course work and can fund themselves, and you have persons who unfortunately don't work, and you have situations where the club or league will try to accommodate, or even teammates. Somebody wants to come to training, you say, what's happening? You give out of your pocket. Because again, as Michelle would have said, it's a family. So you want the sport to grow, you want to do a lot, so we just pitch in and do what we can. Of course, we have a few sponsors that, you know, can help, that helped, and we are grateful for that.
So what are some of the sacrifices that you have made to be here as the vice?
That's the thing though, I don't think it's a sacrifice, to be honest. What COVID has taught us, play is important. Rugby is sport is a play, and it is something that was needed. Unfortunately, COVID happened. We actually wanted to start the program in 2020, but again, we started again 2 years ago. And for me, watching the men, our male team compete at World Cup in 2021 was a whole experience, and to be honest, I was a bad mind. So I say, you know what, let us go. If the men can do it, we can do it much better. And we're going to do it in 2028. So outside of me who work, you have some people who sacrifice time from family, time from work, time from even relaxing with friends. Unfortunately, my friends already know when Saturday comes is rugby day. So we're going to support club, but then we're going to go and support our youth program. Intercollege is going to have their finals this Saturday. Naturally, we're going to go and support that as well. So it's a whole family environment. So I really don't see it as a sacrifice. I just see it as family.
Tell me what a typical Saturday is like for the
Right,
team.
for us, well, on Thursdays we'd have club training for some of us. Saturday we'd have national training. That would be in the mornings. And then as 1 o'clock hit, you know, you have your league trainings. If not league training, you have league competitions. 1 o'clock and then 3 o'clock, and then about after 5 is a chill time for us as a family. So it's either we find Papi or Gorntown River to go. It's right there, trust me. Rugby is a lot of hits, so that river up there helps a lot. And if that don't work out, of course, we can use a UE pool. So that's a plus.
What are some of the goals that the team are looking, to achieve for the upcoming season?
Upcoming season, I know that for a fact that we probably have 2 games this year. Either one in Miami, and I'm not sure about the second one as yet. There's supposed to be one in December. That one I'm going to go with people somewhere, so sponsors, I'm coming to you. And others as well will of course. This year as well, the men have their qualifying game. I'm not sure it's going to be here. If it's here, would love if Jamaica could come out and play for that. Oh, watch that. But again, you can find the information on the RLJ page, Instagram page. Yes, we're on social media, follow us. I know for a fact that Michelle is hoping to have international games. If not this year, hopefully next year. But that's it for now, and just to improve on the program, have our league women playing competitions. We have something called parish POR, Reds versus Blues. So it's like you choose, quote unquote, the best 20 from the male side, from the female side, and we compete. It's a 3-match competition, and of course, naturally Reds win, which is the Kingston set. Portmore, St. Catherine is coming along, so let's see what happens again this year.
How do you feel about the support from Jamaicans as it relates to the women's rugby team?
The support is growing. But again, it's something that can be looked at a little bit more. Persons might see rugby as a smaller sport, but trust me, the hits we take is a big sport. And we'd love if more companies could come on. Our coaches are exceptional. The young ladies who are part of the program are exceptional. The men, we have men in our program, they themselves are exceptional. So it's a growing sport, it's a lovely sport. We'd want corporate to pay a little bit more attention. And we'd of course appreciate it. Because again, we are going to qualify for 2028. That's the plan, that's the goal. And in the meantime, we're growing.
My name is Andrew Dixon. I am the head coach of Jamaica Reggae Warriors women's team. I have been a coach since the inception. This was 2019, I think. That's when we actually kickstart the program. But COVID kind of put a damper on things and set us back. After the whole COVID dilemma, we're trying to get back on track, the other girls going out. So, yeah, I'm still around as a coach.
What has been your main goal in getting these ladies prepared for the international leagues?
Main goal? There are many goals, because starting up a program is never easy. It's continuous work, and we just have to do our best to get these girls out, educate them on the game, how to play, fitness, nutrition, everything. So it's a continuous work. It's every day is preparation. You don't know when you'll get called up for a game. So you always have to have the frame of mind that, hey, I'm ready when the time comes.
The manager, Michelle, she mentioned, that there is a lack of awareness about the Women's Rugby League in Jamaica. What do you think about that?
Well, she's correct. There's a lack of awareness in rugby overall, For the women's program coming off, no doubt they are behind the men, but it has a lot to do with media, how we interact, how we put information out there, so it's a work in progress. Hopefully media houses come on board and try to highlight our product, see where it goes from here, but it's always a work in progress. It's a struggle to advertise.
So outside of, persons actually being aware, what other support do you think is most needed to lift the rugby league, especially for the women's team off the ground?
Well, in everything, we all say we need money. But it's not really about money. We need money for the resources that we need, right? Thing is, rugby in Jamaica, we don't have a home ground. And that's a big setback for us, you know. Every country have their own rugby pitch. We don't have one. We have to be borrowing fields or renting fields just to play. I mean, the women, even though young we are ranked 22 in the world, right? So that's high, and we don't have a home ground. We don't have the facilities that can better prepare us, you know, in moving forward and being better athletes, you know. We want to compete at the highest level. We need to have proper resources, and that's lacking big time. So we need a rugby field. We need a rugby field bad.
Working with these girls, what has it been like working with them and training them and getting them ready?
It's not as easy as working with the men, to be honest, you know, but the thing is, a lot of the girls, they are natural athletes, you know, so is in terms of channeling their athleticism, all of their ability into rugby, you know, when you learn and once you get them to enjoy the game, you know, and know that there's a purpose for them, you know, and all of that, it makes it a little bit easier. Once you can communicate effectively, make things easier for them moving forward. So it's continuous work every day. Sometimes there are new struggles with the female, you know, that the male won't have. So you just have to be understanding of all these struggles and try and talk to them as best as you can understand. And you work towards a goal that you can set together with the girls, you know, and make things easier.
I'm not sure how many matches you've played internationally, but what has training brought forth? When you see them go out there, do they display what they show here in the trainings?
Well, initially it was a struggle, because you know, you expect a lot of nerves, you know, going on the international scene for the first time, you know, especially you're not home, so you're not in your comfort zone, you're overseas. So after we got the wind knocked out of us for the first couple of minutes, I think things started to fall in place. The girls now realize that, hey, we can do this, you know. The international teams are not much different from us. And once we stick to the task that we had training, all of those things that we practice, it can bear fruit for us. So it's just a matter of sticking to the game plan, what we have, and work towards it, and know that we have the ability to counter any team.
And of course, Mr. I cannot end this interview without asking you what the relationship with the women of the rugby team in Jamaica has been like.
I absolutely, from the minute I met them in Florida why am I here? Me being here tells you how much I love these ladies. I have given up a month of my time, I'm self-employed, and I have given up a month of my and everything to come and try and help raise this profile for these ladies because they're amazing. And that's what it means to me. They're all like, we're just like family.
If you could send a message to young girls who might want to play in the rugby league, what would it be?
Ooh. All right. Somebody that had played netball, football, because I got a scholarship for football. Rugby I found to be a good place for discipline. It forces you to play correctly. Rugby teaches you how to attack, how to defend, how to develop that confidence. Because again, as a rugby player, you have to have that confidence. If you're timid on the field, you're a target. I mean, as you can see, I'm 5 feet, I'm very short. I'm not afraid of any tackle. It don't matter the size, little but with talawa. So of course, you embody that as a Jamaican when you step on the field, and I think rugby is the best place for any female to come and play.